Today we're at Cartama Oval, and where the English A team are out here for 1 week and training. Today I'm hopefully going to talk to the person who founded and started this oval. That's Mike Symons, the lady who works behind the scenes, the tour manager, and some of the players and past players, and of course importantly the coaches. So we'll have a look around and see what can happen, and hope you enjoy today's programme. Here we are again. Now this time I'm with a very special person. In fact, I'm with the owner of Cartama Oval. That's Mike Symons. Nice to have you on the programme, Mike. Thanks, Tony. Now, how did all this come about then? Coming out here, I mean, we came here this morning, we were driving here on these tracks, and suddenly we come to this beautiful place. How did you find it?
Through an estate agents in Torremolinos, actually. We didn't go driving around looking for a Spanish farm in particular. We were considering moving to Spain, and I've always been in farming. And we saw this place, and I said to my wife, well, if it looks half as good as it seems, you know, on the brochure, we might have a go at it. And we came up, and we liked it, and we did a deal.
Yeah. So you originally came from Devon?
Yes, I spent the last 20 years in Devon, actually. The last 14 of those years, we developed our farm into a country club with a small golf course, driving range, and indoor sporting facilities. And that was going really quite successfully. But very, very people-orientated, and being a farmer by nature, people do tend to get a bit much at times.
You want to be on your own a bit?
A little bit. It was a 7-day-a-week operation, long hours, and so we decided to sell up and take a quieter life, rightly or wrongly.
Well, I think rightly, certainly since I've been here, I think rightly. Now, it's a very biggish farm you've got. I mean, we're looking at the area. I mean, it's lovely views up here. 100 acres, 150 something?
Yeah, it's about 150. We've got about 100 acres in the hills behind us, almond trees, and the rest is arable land in front.
So what are you actually going to farm?
We do. We grow a few herbs for sale back in the UK, but most of the arable land is served to cereals, mainly for horse feed, which we sell to stables on the coast.
Yeah. Quite a lot of them, isn't there? A lot of stables.
Yes, there's a lot, especially in the Torremolinos.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
A lot of people riding.
So really then, cricket really wasn't in the frame at all when you came here, was it?
Not really, only perhaps playing. In fact, I didn't realise they played cricket down here in Spain until a few months after we moved, and I saw in a local publication a report on cricket and a contact telephone number, and that's how it started. I joined the Costa del Sol Cricket Club, which was based at Torremolinos at the Beach Club Hotel at that time. But we decided to build a ground here because the facilities we were playing on, were not as good as I've been used to. And certainly I felt, that the standard of players here generally warranted something a little bit better to play on.
So how it really came about?
Yes, I mean, had the facilities been good here, then I wouldn't have entertained building a cricket ground. But whatever I've participated in, I've always liked to do it as well as I can. I mean, I'm no great sportsman. I enjoy playing most sports. I enjoy shooting. Played a little bit of football in the past, cricket at school, and really enjoyed it. But a bit of golf. But I like to play under reasonable conditions.
Of course. And that brings me to the point that Lord said earlier on. I mean, these are first-class conditions for training, particularly for training and for playing, of course. But they were very impressed with the players, certainly.
Yes, it's been very pleasing to hear the comments, because obviously, when you get a party like this come, you just wonder what they do expect. We've done the best we can within reason. Obviously, the wicket is the most important thing as far as these players are concerned. If the wicket plays reasonably well, then they can put up, with the outfield perhaps not being like Lord's, which it's not. And the lads, a bunch of young lads are really happy and pleased, to be here. The sun's shining, which is nice for them. Get them in trim, for their trip abroad.
How good is the wicket then?
Well, I listen to the better players and say I'm not a cricketer really, but for an artificial wicket it does play quite well. It's always tended to favour the batsman in our standard of cricket. Usually we've reckoned on sort of 500 runs, 450, 500 runs being scored in a 40 overs match.
So many, isn't there?
Yes, yeah, 250. We always reckon you want to be 250 plus to guarantee we could be sure of a win. But of late, scores have been a bit lower, and we found by watering the wickets prior to a match that can knock 100 runs off an innings. We have, I don't say we've doctored the wicket deliberately, but we found out by experiment, if you like, that we can make this artificial wicket behave a little bit like a grass wicket.
Because I know Gordon Owen, who of course works on our station, and Gordon tells me he's a great cricketer. No, he doesn't actually. He thoroughly enjoys his cricket, but he always promotes Cartama. He said there was no electricity here. I was worried to start with. But, so Gordon, is he a good little hand, is he?
Yes, Gordon's been around. He's played cricket at quite a reasonable level, I believe, in the Midlands. And although he's like like the rest of us, knocking on a little bit. Sorry, Gordon. No, he knows the game well.
He does, yeah. And then just to tell the viewers, I mean, we have I think 4 teams on the coast, don't we?
That's right.
Playing a league on a league basis.
Yes, we play a Malaga League.
Right.
Yeah, and that goes through the summer period, through from March when we start and through September time.
And so each team plays home and away, or what?
Well, it's difficult to play on a home and away basis because every team hasn't got their own ground.
So it's Marbella.
Marbella have a ground, and they have a ground at Marbella now, which is the combined colleges' home ground. So we do play some fixtures down there. But
the majority up here.
Most of them have been up here.
And who else has been out here, like from Britain? Sussex, I think, have been out, haven't they?
Yes, Sussex County have done their pre-season training here for 2 years, and they've booked to come back next April. In fact, there are Sussex are quite well represented amongst this party here.
Oh yeah,
with the captain and Ian Salisbury, the spin bowler, and of course
captain
John Barkley. Yes, the tour manager. He's Sussex, and Norman Gifford is their manager. So they're very well represented.
Would you ever consider building some seating, or what do you ever thought of that?
Well, we're not in the best area, unfortunately, to attract people, spectators. It would be nice to see a few more people here watching, certainly.
That's hopefully what we're doing now.
Yeah. But no, if it's a question of the cart before the horse, if we provide seating, will it automatically attract people to come? I mean, I'd like to see it the other way around. Let's see a bit of enthusiasm from the general public, and then we can work on that. But no, players, I think, do like to see a few people watching. It helps to create a nice atmosphere.
You tend to play better, I think, as well, don't you? I mean, I play bowls, and I think when you've got people watching, you tend to play a little better than when there's nobody watching.
Yeah, well, I play a little bit of golf, and I prefer not to have anybody watching, especially on the first tee. At Lara, across the hill. Yes, Lara Golf. Yes, I played once at Royal and at Marbella. I enjoyed that.
So, hosting the England A team, the most senior people have been here. How have you found them all?
Very, very nice. Generally a young party of players. It's nice when these lads. Obviously, to me, there seems a lot of talent in the group, but it's not gone to anybody's head, which is nice. These lads are very courteous, polite, unassuming, ordinary lads, but they've got this gift to play cricket, which is, I'm very envious of them. I mean, to be able to turn the clock back sort of 30-ish years and to be able to play a sport that you enjoy, hopefully for your living.
It's one of those things I always do. I took up sport a little later than I would have liked to have done, and there are, but. Well, on behalf of 340 International Television, thank you for the lunch you gave us today. I've most appreciated it, Alf and myself, and let's wish you all the very best with your farm and with your cricket, and thank you for letting us come up today.
Well, many thanks. Nice of you to come along.
All right, thank you then.